Hey, we have some good light tonight. Wowzers! Yes, folks, we have better lights up. We even have a backlight. Look at that. So official, so officious, so officious. Hopefully the sound is okay. I have a new mic, quite obviously, and hopefully it sounds all right. And hopefully it is in sync with me. If it isn't, so be it. Um, yeah, we are going to talk about a number of things tonight. We're going to talk about slot car marketing. We're going to open two boxes, well, one package and one box that has shown up. And we're also going to talk about slot car marketing. As one of the few people that has done some slot car marketing in the US in, oh, I don't know, the past uh, 10 years or so, 12 years. Hello, John Tucci. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it, brother. Um, I wanted to talk about this topic because I had talked with a fellow slot brother this afternoon. Let me make sure I get his name right. If I can wake my phone up. Um, it was Richard. I won't say his last name because I don't know if he wants me to say it, but thank you very much, Richard, thank you for the call today, Richard. And um, hey, Oscar, did you see Oscar? I added some speed to my Subaru. Look on my Slot Car News Facebook page, and you'll see the speed boost. um, yeah, so I wanted to talk about the topic that Richard and I had talked about, being that being slot car marketing, and um, talk a little bit about my experience over the years doing marketing here in the US and North America for slot cars, and what works and frankly what really kind of doesn't. Um, but first, a word from our sponsor. Hey, Brian. Brian Castleman is in the chat. Brian is a hell of a photographer. He's a slot brother. Go follow him on Instagram, please. He's got a great channel. Not a ton of content there yet, but some of the highest quality slot car photos I have ever personally seen. So I am gonna open up a package. This package is from David Bowers. I probably should. I don't know if I should say his last name. It's from David. Thank you very much, David. I appreciate it. Um, he sent me, I believe, something that I can add to the scenery around my track. No, Brian. Or yeah, Bryce. Sorry, Bryce. Did I say Brian? I meant Bryce. Jesus, I'm sorry. Um, uh, no, he's got some incredible photographs, and he does. It's mainly time lapse stuff now, and it's amazing, kind of painting with light, and you all need to follow him for the sheer enjoyment of it. This is a really cool. It is Joe's Pit Stop Pub, and this, oh baby, we got some major exposure problems here. Not those kinds of exposures. There we go. Oh, and you can see all of my, yeah, whatever. Um, so this is a Racetrack Scenics pub, Joe's Pub Pit Stop, Joe's Pit Stop Pub. It is 10D22, 10D22. And I do love me, obviously, some scenery, and I do love me some trackside buildings. This will get made into well, probably that. And thank you very much. Thank you very much, David. I really appreciate it. Um, what else are we going to talk about? We're going to open this box. Very happy about this box. This is very cool. I don't know what's in this box. I have no idea. Pistol Pete, thanks for showing up. Hey, Chris. Boykinator. I think I had forgotten to reply to you. I do have some more cars for sale. I have a whole bunch of SCX cars for sale. I'm trying unsuccessfully so far to clean up the room down here. I got some new lights put up tonight and some new accoutrement. I speak French. No, I don't. And I'm trying to clear out the stuff around here. And car news at yahoo.com. If you're interested in some slot cars, we're not going to talk about the slot cars here today exactly, but just email me and we'll talk. Oh, what do we got here? They're older slot cars. There's nothing new, nothing crazy. Don't get your hopes up. If you're looking for the latest and greatest, it ain't going to be it. Believe me. What is this? This is from our good friends, my friend, your friends, our friends at Carrera of America. Yes. Carrera Revel of Americas. Because, of course, there's more than one. There are many and sundry Americas. Oh, hello. Hey, we have two boxes. I love that they're shipping their cars in cutting foam. Oh, baby. That they're shipping their cars in these basically mailable boxes. I think that's really cool. I don't know how dealers feel about this, but since most Carrera dealers are online only, I think they probably don't mind this. The first car we have is, what is it? Carrera do a hell of a job, let's be honest, at protecting their cars during shipping. It is, oh man, oh baby, it's the coolest of the cool. Ha! It's a Jagger van. That's awesome. Jeez. I didn't even know this was out. Or did I? I don't know. This is very cool. The Jagger van. This is a beautiful green, and you can see it pretty well. The green because I have nice light tonight. I have finally nice bright studio lights that really get the job done. I may change to a real camera soon from this. This is just a webcam. I may end up changing this soon to a real camera, but we'll see. Hello, Mount Dunedin Raceway. Thank you very much for showing up. I really appreciate it. Oh man, what? So what else do we have here? That's a really cool addition. Right on. I'm trying not to look. I know there's a sticker here. I want it to be a surprise. Sorry, I keep looking here. This is where my monitor is. I should move my camera up here, so at least I'm sort of, well, whatever. This is not why you all tuned in this evening. This is not the topic for this evening, technically, but rather slot car marketing is everyone's favorite topic to talk about and to lend opinions about. What is this car? Here, let's do this blind. Let's do this blind. Oh, back over there. What is it? Hey! Oh man! Wow! Uh-oh! Looky here. We got a double shot of Jagger. No. These are not getting sold, brother. These are here to keep. These are here to stay. This is a treasure in my opinion. This is a treasure, and this 100% is a keeper. This pretty much for me defines the pro car, the M1. This looks fan-freaking-tastic. Wow. Okay. Can you see these from there? Not really. kind of on the edge of the desk. Jaeger bombs. Hey, MP. Massimo, you've had some really cool photos recently. I wanted to just let you know. Um, yeah, and it looks like you guys had fun out on the West Coast. It's awesome that you and Pete and Raul and you, Pete, Raul, and who? Sorry, someone from. Yeah, for his slot car photos are really good. They're really good. And I would encourage you, Massimo, to help out Ernie and get some more content going for his channels and things. All of his magnetic racing. Yes, magnetic racing. I'm so sorry I didn't remember that. They're really good guys. Um, they, all of Ernie's marketing has to go through Electric Dreams, which is really truly unfortunate. But we need more marketing for uh, MR for everyone to enjoy, regardless of where they get it. It's unlikely you'll be getting any information here anymore because Electric Dreams doesn't share stuff with me. So whatever. There you go. Anyway, um, John Albright, cheers. Thanks for showing up. I really appreciate it, brother. In any case, I did want to mention I do have uh, uh, I do have a number of Slot Car News stickers still left for anybody that is interested. I'll be selling these. Let's say 10 of them, and $15 includes shipping to the U.S. So if anyone's interested, they can email me. Yahoo.com. Again, there you go. Now, um, marketing is not only sending people free cars to talk about and to be happy about and to talk up on slot car. Excuse me, on slot car YouTube channels. We are growing as far as slot car YouTube channels. Oh, it says ads will run shortly. So in 30 seconds, guys, we're going to get some ads. Sorry about that, but that's the way YouTube crumbles. um, so we will delay this a bit until the ads go away. Y'all can let me know when the ads already getting some ads. Okay, I'll wait to start the main discussion. And ask how everybody's doing. Are you working on any projects? Is there anything cool that you're working on right now? Did you get any new cars that you're particularly happy with? Or maybe did you get any cars that you're particularly unhappy with? How has the slot car hobby been going for you all this summer, folks? For me, I've been working an awful lot. As you know, I haven't really, had the opportunity to do as many, videos as I would like over the summer. But, you do what you can when you have a full time job. So, you know, um, uh, what have I been doing? I have been considering my lighting and my production here, and I have been tweaking a bit to the studio out in my garage. Um, oh, very cool. Yeah, Bryce said that he's set a track up in the garage and he's been doing some videos. Been a very expensive summer, Chris says. Yeah, I know, Chris. It's there's been a lot of cars that have been coming out. Um and um it hasn't really stopped kind of all summer, which has frankly been a bit of a surprise. The fact that we've been getting, so many great cars announced and shipping. I'm fixing to do the LEB newsletter. They are the sponsor of my channel. They are of course, the sponsor of pretty much all of my videos, and I thank them mightily for that. Quite frankly, um, so yeah, I mean um, there's been an awful lot that's come out this summer. Believe me, new Pioneer cars. Hey, Daniel. Cheers. Um, yeah, there's been an awful lot that has come out this summer. It's just a shocking amount of cars. Revo has really been dominating, I would say, with just some absolutely incredible bunch of releases. There's just so much that they've come out with. It's frankly kind of shocking. Um, Soon, I hope we get the slot at 510. Although I think that's coming the fourth quarter, which, when does the fourth quarter start? October, right? Yeah, beginning of October. Hey, show me. Um, yeah, so I think that we're going to have a pretty incredible holiday season with slot releases. Um, Unfortunately, uh, Skelectric have decided to really raise their prices on accessories and track and such. They're not raising prices on cars, they say. And I mean, I believe them. What else can you say? So yeah, I mean, it's just kind of I would say too bad that they've decided to do that, because their stuff was a little higher than the Carrera stuff, and I mean Carrera quality is really 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 high. Um, yeah, Chris says between LEB, Slack Car Corner, 132, Pro Tinker, and local hobby shops. Yeah, hey Misfits, cheers! Thanks for showing up. Um, uh, People have been buying the Pioneers too. Yeah, Pioneer stuff is fantastic. Jules unfriended me on Facebook. I'm not entirely sure why. I think he was probably upset with something I said about Pioneer, but trust me, Jules, I love your cars and everything that you make, regardless. uh, it's there's the price increases are unfortunately a fact of life for a lot of companies, and it's really too bad that uh, that a number of companies have had to raise prices. But it's a fact of life, guys. They gotta make money. This is not a charity for these people. This is a job for these people. This is, all these companies have, well, all two of them. Man, we're getting more ads now. Oh boy. Um, I had chosen conservative ad placement, so not as many placements, and yet we're getting them every 15 minutes. That's unfortunate. Um, well, anyway. Um, yeah, I mean, this is a business for these folks. So, we really can't begrudge them any idea of them making money. They have to make money. They have a staffs to employ, and that's you know it's we decide what we buy, and frankly, we decide if they survive or not. And the fact is, everyone makes good quality stuff, and the cars are worth it, and the track is worth it, the sets are worth it that the people make. It's, do you see the value in them or not? Um, in any case, slot car marketing. We got off on a lot of tangents there, didn't we, folks? So, um, I was talking tonight with the slot brother that I talked with, and we were talking about how the marketing of slot cars is a very very difficult thing here in North America, the U.S. basically. Um, the way I see most of this being a sustainable thing is basically one path. It is not at big events. It is not at racing events unless those racing events are local and regular. You'll see what I mean in a second here. Um, I really do think that it's important that anyone who's doing slot car marketing, mainly being like putting up a track someplace, they need to be at an event that is a regularly happening event, not something that happens twice a year or once a year, not like a NASCAR race that, happens once a year. Um, it is at a local Cars and Coffee, quite frankly. It is a local a church, start a youth group, get them racing slot cars after church or some other day of the week, just as a kind of a team building thing or a character building thing for kids to do. Um, or some other with the Boy Scouts, although the Boy Scouts and Cub Scouts really tend to really only want to do uh, soap Pinewood Derby stuff because that's one of their big money makers. Frankly, the Cub Scouts that make a mint on Pinewood Derby stuff. Um, so it is local events. It is local races. It is getting out regularly in front of consumers, friends in your area or in any area, quite frankly, where you can engage with them regularly, once a month, once a week. Once a week is probably best, twice a month. Whatever your local, I honestly the cars and coffee idea is probably the best, quite frankly, because they happen all over the U.S. They're not really events that people do a lot of marketing at. So, the field is probably a little more open than not. I think it's also important that to do these kinds of things with a dealer because, unless you're kind of sending someone somewhere to buy something, the idea of growing the hobby, ideally you want to sell somebody something. Now, whether maybe that's not you selling them something, but it's someone else in the hobby, or who is a dealer selling them something. I frankly think uh, that would make the most sense. And it's keeping people regularly engaged with the hobby, with slot car racing. That is, quite frankly, the most important thing. And it needs to be done. And yeah, I mean, uh, the one case study that I have for this personally, where I can prove return on investment was, however, an annual event that I did with a dealer in Quebec City. I've talked about it before on this channel. You can see it. You can see these pictures on my YouTube channel or on my Facebook page. Let me post my Facebook channel here, Facebook page in the chat. Hold on. There you go. Yeah, if you all didn't know I had a Facebook page, please follow me on the Facebook page. Um, I think, are we getting ads again? Holy cow, guys. That's unfortunate. Um, so I do think that, when you're working with a dealer, like I did with the dealer I worked with in Quebec City. You can sell people sets. You can get them started by selling them a starter set. by selling them extra cars, extra track after the fact, supporting them with service after the sale with how to set up, not really set up the cars, but how to maintain the cars. I really think that's a really critically under appreciated thing, quite frankly, is the need to really support consumers. Excuse me, after the fact with with really good a good network of people to sell them braid and sell them tires and just help them in general. Um, but also, it kind of builds the community locally if you can kind of build the community around a store or a regular event like the cars and coffee idea, I should say. Um, when I started doing the auto show with the dealer in Quebec, we started out at I think about $15,000 annually in sales with him just in Carrera, just in slot cars, and that's a big dealer. Um, Most dealers don't buy anything close to that. That's a he was definitely, I'd say, I would definitely say he was a top 15 dealer. I can't remember now, so it's hard for me to be exact, but probably a top 10 dealer for Carrera, quite frankly. Um, and I did the auto show with him for 3 years, and we were able to build his sales, and kind of in between those years as well. That's kind of how I'm counting this as well. Um, we built his sales to about $50,000 annually, and that was due to we had about 875 to about 85,000 people, depending on the weather. We would get that many people over the 7 days of the auto show in Quebec City, and he printed up, I think, 15 to 20,000 coupons with good um, uh, with a good discount. I forget what it was. It was, I think it was at least 10%, but frankly, it doesn't matter. He had really good instructions on there about how to get to the store, and a phone number and an email, and everyone that came by got a coupon. Every family got a coupon. Every if there were like onesie twosie people that came by, they got a coupon, and we left no coupon unturned. After those 7 days, we ran out before the end of the show, and it was quite frankly amazing. What we were able to do, how much we were able to give away and to grow his business. And even though it was only an annual event, but it was a week long local annual event, uh, that dealer was killing it. That was, you know, a lot of the sales of the whole province, quite frankly. Um, and it's with really, really, really hard work, regular hard work, that marketing really does work like that. It doesn't really work at one shot big events, let's say. It is uh local events, regular events, events with a dealer. I had done the annual, or there was several annual events that I would do with the Corvette Museum. Oh, excuse me. In Bowling Green, Kentucky. So, yes, like that Corvette Museum. It's where you can get delivery of a Corvette if you so choose. They have essentially like kind of a small mall, really, um, with like a stores, yeah, stores on one side, and it's all enclosed, and it's like a street where they people take delivery of their Corvettes, and it's enclosed, so there's like this hallway where they drive the Corvettes down the center of it, and then out the other side, and people drive away in their brand new Corvette. And So annually there would be, I think, 3 events. I have my pass here. Um, well, I guess it really doesn't matter. Oh yeah, there we go. Uh, Store partner. Well, I can't get. Oh no, I'm gonna knock all the. And not. Oh no, is there a lanyard that I can just break apart here? No, there isn't. Is there? Oh, I'll just take it off. I have a whole bunch of lanyards from my shooting days, and that's not even half of them. Oh baby. Oh, this turns into a nightmare. Uh-oh. Okay. Hey, look. Here's another one. Ha. Corvette Museum, National Corvette Museum. This one was from the Corvette National Corvette Museum, the Michelin Bash. In 2017, the Michelin Bash. Hey, Gary. Um, oh boy, I'm gonna have to clean that up in a little while. I got a whole mess. I hang them right here next to my desk. Anyway, yeah. So I would go to the Corvette Museum. I went there probably twice a year. They had, I think, 4 major events a year, and I would go to 2 to 3 of them a year. And we'd set up a big track. Well, we'd set up the track that they were selling at the store. They had, I think, one Corvette specific set with a black. Actually, I still have the planogram. I should really hang that up back there. I really should. I have a planogram, meaning a box front, just a box front art that before we actually made the set. It was the set with the yellow Velocity yellow C7 and the black C6 R, both C6, both R type cars. So 2 Corvettes in one set, and it was a pretty decent size set, and I put it up on a big table, bigger than 4x8, and it was a ton of fun. And I would go there, I would sell, I would talk to people. I saw the same people each year for a couple of years in a row that I had done it, and frankly, that was one of the most effective events that we did because we showed up, twice a year in the spring and then the fall, and it was a lot of fun. I was there for a few days, and we sold a lot of sets. We'd sell probably, I don't know, a dozen or so sets in a weekend, which I mean, it's not terrible, you know. And we didn't really sell that many cars. People would kind of not get the point of buying a slot car if they weren't going to have a slot car set, even though, like a set like this or a car like this basically is as good as a die cast in most ways, and it's even cheaper. Um, so they didn't really get the point of course, this as a die cast really sucks because of all the stickers and stuff that they have to put on here because of that, because of it being an electric car. Um, yeah. It is done by word of mouth. So that's basically, I'm going to address this other topic here because this is a really important point that I made kind of recently in another video. But that's the if someone is going to do slot car marketing, if someone out there is thinking about doing this, like the guy I talked to today, the slot brother I talked to today, it is not, I believe, as effective doing some kind of big event that probably think people would think it would be more fun to do, like a NASCAR race, or an IMSA race. I would honestly say that the best, most effective way is, as I suggest, is doing it at local cars and coffee, some kind of local gathering like a church, and like get a youth group going, or carnival, like a fireman's carnival. I don't know if folks have fireman's carnivals around the U.S. like we do here in PA. Um, we have lots and lots and lots of firemen's carnivals. Um, put a slot track up there. Cars and coffee, of course, being the best. I do intend to try to do a cars and coffee now that I have a car with a, a big back end, a Subaru, a wagon, a shooting brake. Subaru. Technically, it's not a shooting brake, I know, but that's kind of how I think of it, as a shooting brake Subaru. um, I do intend to do a my local Cars and Coffee, which is quite well attended, and yeah. Anyway, so that's really kind of how I see the best way to market the hobby, quite frankly. If you're going to do it, even if you're a dealer, or quite frankly, a manufacturer, um, I would say the best way to do it is at a very micro level. It is not at a big splashy car show, which would cost you tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, I've done big events, big expensive events, uh, big expensive toy shows, which, by the way, I believe in in a couple weeks, maybe New York Toy Fair might be happening. I don't know if they've changed it back to a spring event. It would be cool if it was a fall event still. That would be really awesome. Anyway, let's go to the videotape. Let's go to some folks' questions here. Um, John Albright, that's just it. Many manufacturers produce the cars, few supply information on how to maintain, tune, and repair the cars. Much of it is done by word of mouth amongst very good use of the English language amongst enthusiasts. Yes, John, and also to add to that, I really do believe, and I touched on this fairly recently during a another uh, uh, live stream, I believe. I know this was an editorial at the end of the news, which the news will be on tomorrow. Um, I believe that all of the YouTubers now are helping the hobby as a group because we're all providing regular, regular, good quality content. Um, it's all the regularity of the slot car content lifts all of the content. You may not see it if you're a new YouTuber, but the fact that there are so many YouTube channels now doing slot car content regularly adds a lot to the whole genre of slot car YouTubers. So I think it is massively, massively important that we all continue to do what we're doing. If people are enjoying what they're doing, and I'll be honest, sometimes I'd like to take a week off. I actually did take a week off a couple of weeks ago because I was just frankly a little too busy to get things done. So, what are you going to do? But regular YouTube especially likes regular content. And if you're not putting the content out regularly, you get bumped down in the algorithm. So there we are. So Halo fan asks, I was wondering, does SCX reveal their products at events, conventions, or do they randomly reveal them on social media platforms? They don't do events in North America anymore. Uh, they had done them when I worked for them, and a bit after, with Brian Young, does the YouTube channel Pro Tinker Toys. He does pretty regular SCX content. They do almost exclusively reveal new cars on social media. Yes, they had a catalog that they released at the beginning of the year. I forget if I think I only had the first half of the year catalog here on the channel. You can look down through the my videos here on the channel at Slot Car Catalogs, and you can see some of the catalogs over the last few years that I've done a page by page breakdown with its JPEGs. Just you cycle through the photos, so you get a complete picture, so to speak, from the whole year. But yes, SCX. First of all, they don't really have much, if any. I don't know. I don't know of any distributor for SCX in North America. That's one thing to start with. I'm pretty sure they sell direct to consumers. This was a bit of a sticking point when I was, well, let's not go through all of that. They do sell direct to consumers. I believe they will ship to the US, and that is kind of how they're doing all of their sales now. I believe, I'm not 100% sure. In any case, you're looking forward to unrevealed Formula One cars. Interesting. Um, what have they? Yeah, I mean, maybe they did do some stuff that we haven't seen yet. I honestly can't remember now, but it is entirely possible. Um, yeah, so they most companies now do. I mean, Carrera is probably the best as far as social media go. As far as the largest companies, uh, all honestly now, Scale Auto is probably the second. I would say the second best, maybe the best, quite honestly. I'm gonna drop their link in the YouTube chat here. If you don't follow them, you absolutely need to on Facebook. They are probably doing the best job of social media now, bar none. Yeah, probably bar none, I would say, because they sell track now. I have a Scale Auto track. They do sell it in set form ish. It's easy enough to put a set together. So that's not a huge problem. They also do videos about setting up the cars and or the specifics, the particulars, whatever you want to say of the cars. Uh, they have some excellent photos. They release photos regularly. They have multiple scales, 132nd and 124th, and multiple types of products within those scales. Um, from sort of regular home set kinds of cars, which the home racing series that they do, which are a little more basic, but still higher end than the Scalextric and than the Carrera stuff. I'll be honest with you. You can't deny that for about the same price as a Scalextric car, you can. Where is it? Well, this Scale Auto is not probably the best. No, I don't have a very similar Scale Auto. The exposures are real here. This is a club racing Scale Auto, but not it's got a pod and everything. But I have one home car. It's a Corvette, and it is absolutely fantastic. Um, I They make very high quality cars at a very, very reasonable price. Um, so in any case, I definitely think. Yeah, Steven. Yeah, you're right. Steven says his home series AMG keeps up with his racing series on his track. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot in it between the as the Brits say, um, between the really high end 132nd scale auto stuff, and like this is one of their R series cars, or no, this is one of their what a pro series, not their R, whatever. There's three series. There's one with no wheel inserts. There's one with wheel inserts. That's the high ends, the middle end stuff. And then there's one that doesn't have a pod, blah blah blah. They're really, really, really great cars. So, there's just so much now that the companies they are doing online with their own marketing, and uh it's it really is it's really all about the online marketing now. And you really can't say that it's more efficient to do marketing at events. Sure, you'll reach some people at those events, but you have a much, much better chance of reaching them on Facebook. Facebook people tend to be a little older, like myself. I'm 54. Um, People who are settled, who have houses, probably who have kids or even grandkids. Those are the people who probably will buy most slot cars. Will they use most of the slot cars? Well, yeah, probably. But I definitely think that it's definitely digital marketing is definitely where it's at. Um, but to be fair, you know, getting out there and really marketing to people directly for sure is a really important way to go as well. Just checking the posts here, folks. Yeah, so we did also take the magnets out and won't be as violent crash. That's the case. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I took the magnets out a long time ago. Um, One of the things we also talk about, and I'll probably talk about this on another live stream. Sorry, I got a little bit of dirt. I feel the need to clean off now during the live stream. I don't know why I'm doing that. I will touch on production numbers. We production. And I shouldn't say production. I should say sales numbers, because in with production numbers, when or produce a car, some cars will get sent to the US market. Obviously, some will get sent to the rest of world market. And I can tell you for sure US numbers from a few years ago, but I really don't think they've changed all that much, because I do ask my friends in the business from time to time and they confirm my numbers still. Um, so I definitely think that the slot car hobby, it is growing. There is kind of an ebb and flow each year of people in and out of the hobby. It is definitely a seasonal toy for most people. I do think that, for it to be a mainstream toy like it is in a lot of, quite frankly, a lot of Europe, we need to have uh, the marketing ideas about making a track permanent. That's where someone like Boone's comes in. That's where people that come in that who are all about building scenery. Quite frankly, like David sent to me, um, like Racetrack Scenics makes, like Magnetic Racing makes. There are a few companies that making 3D printed people now. Scalextric do make some very nice buildings. It's a very kind of limited availability, or limited SKUs, limited different buildings. Boy, English is hard for me tonight. Um, Carrera do make some nice buildings. They're a little more basic. I think they would look definitely better if they were painted. But you can do the painting. Just get a rattle can and off you go. Um, I do think that once you get a track up and you start putting scenery around it, the idea of it becoming a permanent thing, a permanent toy, as I've called it in a white paper that I did for Scalextric a few years ago. Um, Once you have a permanent toy up, it's a lot more valuable as a toy to the family. It becomes kind of a lifestyle, frankly. Like train sets, trains kind of had stayed here in the US, um, and kind of how they had stayed uh, overseas. So, um, yeah, um, there we go. Thank you very much for stopping by, folks. It really means quite a bit to me. Um, if you would like to support the channel, you can do so. Uh-oh. Did it die? No, it just went janky there for a second. You can do so for as little as $5 a month subscription, or you can set a donation. You just click on the amount that you want in the little box that says support, and uh, it supports the idea of, or it supports me doing more content, supports getting more stuff to make the quality better here for everybody, quite frankly. Supports me buying parts to do projects. I have a number of projects I'm going to be working on soon. I do have a little bit of a track rebuild that I'm going to show you guys soon on the Scale Auto track. Very excited about that. But yeah, you too can support me through the Buy Me a Coffee channel as little as $5 a month for a monthly subscription. That's that's literally less than you would spend on a real coffee. Um, and it really means quite a bit. I do post content there as often as I can ahead of the time when I post content for the wider audience. Um, so if it's a special video, I will tend to post it there ahead of time, and you all usually get to watch it a couple days ahead of time. Chris asked me about how my treatments are going. Very well. I have a condition called myasthenia gravis, which is a neuromuscular condition, which makes my eyes droop, which actually they're kind of drooping a little bit now, unfortunately. Makes me extremely tired to the point of where I have to go to sleep about 2 hours after I get up. It gives me really bad tremors to the point of where it's hard to take pictures. That's my job. I'm a photographer in a newspaper. Um, a photographer and videographer, I should say. I have trouble swallowing. You wouldn't know it from the size of me. Um, I have extreme muscle fatigue. It's hard to carry gear. It's hard to hold my head up. Um, Slurring speech, brain fog. There's a lot. So I get I'm getting, well, every 6 weeks now, I'm getting a treatment regime that goes annually. I'm going to be on my fifth treatment in a few weeks. And I get a blood infusion of this fabulously expensive drug. It's $250,000 a year. Fortunately, most of it is paid for by health insurance. Um, so things have been going well. I have a lot more energy. And before I started to get this treatment, before the insurance company, unfortunately, that's how we live these days, approved me getting these treatments, it was more than a year of feeling really, really horrible after the first kinds of treatments, blood infusion treatments that I got, which were kind of like a low dose chemo, which was extremely toxic stuff that I had pumped into me last year. This year, it's much different stuff. I had surgery 2 years ago, and I have really bad nerve pain in my chest still that gives me shortness of breath still, and bad chest pain. Fun times. So, yeah, that's been a lot of annoyance, but things have been getting better. It's definitely been uh, uh, helpful to have the folks support here from the folks, just emotionally, just telling me to you know keep on going and whatever. It's really meant. I can't tell you all how much it's meant to me just to have the uh, the keep going, Dave kinds of support comments, and it really means quite a bit, like more than I could ever express. So there we are, folks. Um, I will be doing the news tomorrow. I probably will be doing the news from the Little League World Series again, which means yes, shaky Dave cam again. But that's how we do what we do. And I got to get to LEB's newsletter right now. They are the sponsor of essentially all my content here on the channel. They are really good folks. They are personal friends of mine, and they choose to support me. And it means everything to me that they do choose to support me here. Um, there are a number of other folks that support me as well. Uh, they are my main sponsor here. So there we are. Thank you very much, guys. I hope the live stream tonight, the chat, which is almost an hour now, has been informative. And thanks a lot, you all, for stopping by. And see you all again very soon in the funny papers.